be prepared. We're all living in dangerous times now, and the weather is changing. We're seeing tornadoes and fires and hurricanes and all kinds of disasters around us. We're seeing civil unrest. We're seeing all kinds of things that are causing us to have insecurities and anxieties. And we can look at this and say, how am I preparing? Oh, we can have our water stored and our food stored, and we can get our go bag ready just in the event that we need to escape from some impending danger. And the question is, what are you really preparing for? And are you prepared for the most imminent and perhaps the most important moment of your life? And it has nothing to do with a hurricane, and it has nothing to do with the tornado. It has to do with the moment of your death. And are you prepared? Well, Jesus tells us in the parables the story of the farmer who went out and he had built his barns and his silos, and he had them stocked to the gills. But he said he didn't have enough room. So what did he do? He tore down his silos to build bigger ones so he could store more. So when the danger came, he would be prepared. But what does Jesus say next? He says it was all in vain because that evening his life was over. And where did all the grain go? And was it worth it to this man? And each and every one of us is at some time, unknown to each of us, going to face a time when we will be at our last moment. And are we going to be prepared? Prepared for what? Prepared to go into the next dimension, to be on another level in eternity forever. And the choice of that eternity, whether it's going to be on the good side or the bad side, is ours. And we choose that at every single moment of our life when we have to make decisions about whether I want to live a good life or I want to give into temptation and live a life that's not in tune with what should be. Yes, there's not one of us who will live forever. Every single person that ever lived on this earth died. And therefore, if you think you're going to get out of it, you're not. And at some point, you will have to face that moment. And if you don't take an examination of your conscience and see how you have stored your silos in the eternal, you'll never know how well you are prepared. You are to prepare every day. And you do that by the simple things that you do and the simple things that you live your life by doing. Are you kind? Are you generous? Are you a person who's full of joy and happiness? Do you share positivity with others? Do you give what you have to other people? Or are you a person who's selfish and greedy and negative and critical and all the things that don't build up but tear down? You want those silos in heaven to be as full as they can be. Yes, that's what you want. You want a heaven full of goodness and beauty and truth that God gave to you when you were here. How did you use it? It's up to us to decide how we want to use the goodness that God gives to us in every single day of our life. And every single moment of our life, we choose to make our life better and the life of someone else better, or we choose to make our life more miserable. Yes, we are to be prepared. Not with the physical material things. We can't take those with us. We've never seen a hearse go by with a Brinks truck and a U-Haul behind it. It doesn't happen. We can't take it with us. But what we can take with us is the goodness and the good deeds that we have done here. And God is asking us to return those good deeds back to Him, so that when that moment comes and we are to face our Master, we will be there with open arms, knowing that we have done our best, the best we could possibly do, to give Him praise, glory, adoration, thanksgiving. And then He will embrace us, hold us in the palm of His hands, and He will say, "Welcome to heaven."